Mm. Oh. Okay. Make sure this microphone's doing well. Yeah. Oh, sweet. Hmm. There we go. Sounds about right. Alright, microphone should be fixed. Should be far less noise now. Which is exactly what I want. Get this shit opened up. Make sure that, you know, I'm on the right way here. I don't know. These words, I'm not good with them. Hey, brother. turn this bitch down. That's some loud Discord sound. Okay. Time to play some Vampyr. And probably just fucking goof off and do some stupid shit on a new save, cause not good if I don't do new save. This game is crazy. Go normal like I did before. But yes, hello brother. Gotta make sure I hold this controller right so it charges.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary. Mary. No. No. This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain! You're after me?
It's on to us!
No! No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here. This can't be happening.
Over there!
No! Please, stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Has it fled? Shit, where'd it go?
Now, I can defend myself.
Kill that thing! Over there!
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice. Who are you?
Stupid beast! Fucker!
Sorry.
See those fancy clothes?
No, please, stop! Who are you?
Oh, Christ!
What do you want?
How much is this charge? 2? That's fine for now. If I really need the charger, I'll just plug it back up. Right now, I need to figure out what the hell's wrong with these headphones. Because as it stands, they're just being stupid. And it's really starting to bother me. What the hell, man? Man. That's gonna be such a downer. If these headphones are messing up now, what the hell am I supposed to do? Hold the controller sideways, since that seems to be the only way that they're working. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. That's really gonna put a damper on things. Oh. to get real annoying real fast. Audio just cuts in and out every once in a while, or maybe just not even at all. Alright, fine, I can just do that, I guess. Wrap it around the goddamn controller. Not to tap around it and stuff. That's, I guess it's fine. It's better than not having any audio left here at all. Oh, and then it goes away again.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's... I'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me. The sun feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go! I need to find shelter. Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Safe enough, you say? Safe enough. But is he ever truly safe? That is a question we'll never know. I mean, I know.
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve. That's impossible.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Brother, what have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
I will find them. Yeah, I will. And he will find them real good. Alright then, let's fucking do it. This man out here done shot himself in the fucking head. It's quite a nice revolver.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
Honestly, just seeing that, he's got some really interesting eyes. 15th of October, bad sleep. Becky coughed all night and the fever made her delirious. I heard a loud noise in the morning. It's a big machine some men brought by the banks to dig a hole in the ground. It was some sort of mechanical shovel. Maybe I could go there and ask for some work. Becky needs some medicine. 16th of October. I talked to the man with the mechanical shovel. He told me they are digging mass graves all around London. Safety measures, apparently. Is there a new epidemic? Is the flu coming back? They had no work for me. Becky slept a little last night. The foundry has been closed, and there are no more jobs nearby. 19th of October. I went to London to find some groceries and drugs. No trains. It took me the whole day to cross the Thames and come back. Becky seemed better. I made a soup she ate. I found no drugs, only a few syringes and some sleeping pills on the black market. We have no money left. Maybe I could go to Pembroke Hospital tomorrow, but it's so far, and I fear leaving my wife for so long. 19th of October. Becky threw up the meal a few hours after she ate. She's so frail now, makes me cry. She says she hears voices. She says she hears voices outside at night. Ah, that's a little bit of a mistake. She says she wants to eat meat. Where would I find meat? Tomorrow, I'll barricade the house to protect us from looters. 21st of October. The men with the mechanical shovel have stopped digging the mass graves. I heard shouts last night as if they were attacked. Now there are more. There are only a few boats throwing bodies day and night into the giant hole. The smell is terrible. We should have left this house a week ago, but Becky, she refuses to leave. She'd rather die, she said with a nasty smile. Why is she torturing me so? Becky just attacked me. I missed 22nd of October. Oh well. Becky just attacked me. She jumped on me from the stairs and tried to bite me. I had to smack her, but she smacked me back. I went upstairs and locked myself in the bedroom. Now I can hear her crying and mumbling downstairs. I retrieved the gun I hid in the ceiling since the war to protect the house. Now I'm ready to use it to protect myself from my own wife. 23rd of October. I could not sleep at all. Becky spent the whole night scratching at the door, asking for my help, begging me to let her in, but I was too afraid to open it. I'm just waiting for her to die now. It would not be too long. I pray God will end her. I pray God it will end here soon. End soon. 24th of October. I was so hungry. I tried to go downstairs this morning. Becky was sitting in the armchair by the chimney. She was panting like a dog, looking at me without moving, just following me around the room with her eyes. I pointed the gun at her sore face, but she did not react. I could not pull the trigger. I went back to my room. 25th of October. The house is silent like a tomb. No more noises. Becky's dead now. Forgive me, my love. I was unable to save you. I'll be with you soon enough. We call that vampirism. So, this is the dude who killed himself. And then downstairs is his wife.
Dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown of snow, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as wool.
Who goes there?
The prayer summoned by warriors fall. A child born from darkness must take scent of his heart.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish.
still have so much left that needs doing.
I still have so much left that he's doing. Yes, he does. Yes, he most certainly does, especially now. By the way, I'll need everything. What the hell? It's just making it smaller. I could have sworn this was much bigger before. Oh well, who cares? As long as I can see the chat. Okay. Now we go to the bed. For the sleepy times.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it.
It's actually beginning to get cold.
So be it. Rational thinking only.
Oh wait, I also forgot. It wasn't using the right microphone at the moment. Ha 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 ha.
This is absolute madness.
This is
Those touch
absolute
was not real.
madness.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, who takes blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Man, that silence that comes with doing this. Just listen to that silence. That's unsettling.
That voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Where is it? It's closed.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Yes, he does need to leave now. Otherwise,
Here's the leech. Here!
My head's spinning.
Oi! Come out, you coward! Clever fucking beasts.
I'm still in Southwark.
Over there!
I must reach the West
There's
End.
one of them vermin! Die, vermin!
There's a strength I never knew I had.
Not been bitten.
Wow.
It's dead, all right. Salute! Kill it! Oh, God,
Somehow every fiber of my being is afire. My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
Wow. Here we are. A vampire.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. I can't believe I'm doing this.
That's so
The
fucking.
dizziness from the jump. I can... now control it.
Huh? Who doesn't speak English? I'm very confused. Truly and utterly confused.
I have this thirst for blood. What will London have to say to me? I've so many questions unanswered.
Unanswered. So many questions unanswered.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
They sure have.
The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Where has everyone gone?
Where has everyone gone? Well, good question. Crafting. 59, 59. Probably don't have enough XP right now for that. Fair enough.
That's strange. The trail is very erratic, as if the killer was drunk or hesitant. At last, a little life. Whoever he may be, the killer recently entered this bar. Maybe some of the locals saw him. Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit.
Oh.
It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
So, may as well just forget about that. And instead, I'll go talk to her. I know she'll give me some answers.
Hello,
So we'll
sir.
go to the bar.
Are you alright? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, now all these terrible murders.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
I think drink no longer stirs me.
Oh, God, sir. You look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here.
Outbreak.
We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Fucking love it.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Yes, very respectable.
He didn't deserve this.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. With anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
Nice. Just completely gone out. Well, the left side of the headphones is dead. Gonna need a new car eventually.
And who might you be?
Tell me, who are you?
First, tell me what you want. Then I may tell you.
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the...
I'll turn on the audio just in case.
What will London have to say to me?
Well, a voice never lies, and
My mother had a beautiful, soothing voice.
I still hear voices in my head.
My mother had a beautiful, soothing voice.
What will London...
I still hear voices in...
Well, a voice never lies.
I still hear voices in my head.
My mother had a beautiful, soothing voice.
What will...
Well, a voice never lies, and yours clearly is the voice of a gentleman.
Answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Swansea is not my attacker. It means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must...
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
You know, if he says I can feel your fear, does that sets off a little bit of me?
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job.
You know.
A nice bloke, really.
If they're
He's
afraid.
never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Tom wants...
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city. The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. What's this? Some sort of note. Blood and empty gin bottles. This Bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
I did not want to hear any of that. Ah, who cares?
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
foolish mouth of yours. You ever know McCullum to be wrong about anything? Right. This is not a place for you, sir. Over there! There's what...
Oh, he's dead. Okay. I thought it would have taken more than that.
But why do they hide where it's so damn cold?
Melee range, blood shadow.
Lost the leech!
Watch out, boys! See them fancy clothes? This one's a top! Easy does it.
This game is a lot easier now that I know how to play it. A little bit better. First go around whenever I played my other save, I was not this good. I kinda sucked, I have to say. Poor guy. I don't think you saw that one coming. I mean, clearly he didn't. Wait, is this? So we came up here. We went outside here. Nice. Oh shit, I got a shotgun? Damn, okay. Shit, I never got that last time. Can't upgrade that yet. What about this? I can. But I'll leave that for now. For now. Time to rest. Health is definitely important. And then stamina as well. Don't have enough for anything else. Here we go, here we go, here we go now.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
I'll not betray your trust. Is this first? I'll need it to recon. As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Must have more.
Oh dear God.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
William, please. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
We knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by scowl?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
We call that the vampire curse. So Nosferatu's doing it too.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Beautiful.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. I'm coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
He reminds me of Trelawney.
It's my turn!
Rotten autocracy. Each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river. Dry it all.
What is now?
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insult me again and I'll put an end to your misery right now.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Die. Oh, you say that. Just you wait. Just you fucking wait. Watch this shit.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Like I said, but I throw morals in the trash. Stupid cunt.
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fuck me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Well, you can't kill me now, because you're dead.
To taste a life, to embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
I don't think my master friend liked that too much. Or whatever he is to me.
I'm not wanted. Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Good suck.
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Yeah, check that. That if that is him, that'd be pretty fucking dope. I like this voice actor. Whoever the fuck he is, he's really fucking good.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
This is no time for such.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Probably use this, but it takes so much time. Ah. No, I didn't say it, but that is good information. I didn't know that was him. Oh, and I almost forgot. Hold on. Is required to upgrade these. No, I do not. 25, 15, so that takes more stamina. There we are. Yes, that is very interesting to know. I did not know that. Very good.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Blood barrier. Coagulation. I'm tempted as fuck to get the blood barrier. This does a hell of a lot of damage as it is, so I could probably leave that one. I have 1,000, so it costs how much to get this? 600. My blood capacity could use an upgrade. But if I upgrade that, I think I'd rather upgrade this. Might be better. Might be better. But yeah, his name, you'll never forget his name. My name is Jonathan Reid. My name is Dr. Jonathan Reid. Ooh, we had just gone up and then I killed him. Oof. Ouch. Ouchies. Oofy. Ouchie. Oof. Ouch. Oochie. Alf. Oochie. Alfie. Oochie. Alfie.
If I'm to stay here until my research is completed, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Well, your thirst for blood, we will solve that, my good boy. Yeah. Freeze all you want. icons. It is a rare opportunity almost proves to approach a vampire to observe the most intriguing physical and psychological traits with scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I've personally observed over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or Econ as they prefer to call themselves. Supernatural speed. A vampire can act and move like a mortal in all actions, but the trained eye will spot that they have the keenest senses and can react quicker than any mortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, necessity to flee, I have seen a vampire move so quickly it is almost as if he had vanished just to reappear somewhere else. The human eye cannot follow their movements when they act so quickly, but it is not a teleport or dematerialization. It is only a supernatural speed. For me, it is a cat-like attribute, which allows them to run, dodge, or jump longer and faster than us. I also noticed that such speed seems to exhaust them, and that they are bound to physical limitations. Mesmerize. One of the most powerful abilities a vampire can deploy is the capacity to force a mortal to obey them. Call this trait mesmerism. It has nothing to do with the mortal ability to alter a subject's mental state. A vampire can bend a mortal to their will, and they can even break a mind. A vampire I interviewed even told me the more a subject tries to resist, the more permanent the damage will be, as if the vampire could literally fracture their target's psyche. The same vampire explained to me that this ability required time to master, and that the result could vary widely from one subject to another. Implant a false memory, erase a painful one. The possibilities are endless and frightening. Yeah, I awareness, I can see blood. Yeah. Got it. I just want to read those. Through the night.
Hurry now, Doctor. It's freezing here.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Nurse, this room is off limits, and I'd prefer to keep it that way. Make sure the rest of the staff are so informed.
Of course, Doctor. And what about the antiseptics? Or do I inform the staff that you're too busy?
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way, then. Thank you, nurse. It's locked.
Locked, you say? I believe the Pembroke has plenty of materials to use. I've just got to go loot it for all that it has. Rob these people of their precious material. Just lead up to the same area. Can't open the door. Yeah, okay.
It's locked, all right.
But I am required to enter the damn morgue. As much as I hate this mission, it's so stupid. I've got to do it. I've no choice. Welcome back, my friend.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh. Such a it's okay. Not every game has the same advancements in technology. Nothing in here. Nothing in here.
It's locked, all right.
But I was given a key. Was it locked? Are they at? No. Oh. So they're out of the front of the hospital. That man. Possibly?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet.
with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Damn, that's a really good shotgun. Holy shit. Pretty good. Huh. Okay, back to my mission. Don't really care about Pippa Hawkins and Mr. Boy being in a relationship. Don't matter to me. Don't matter, not one bit. The old morgue. I hate the sound the skulls make. Such a nasty sounding sound. There's like come on, man.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Gasp.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Hello there. Easy. Easy. These boys are like dogs. Watery rich blood sample. Oh, I see. Fair enough. Oh geez, what? How does that... You know, it's very odd how they can teleport, but I can't.
These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. And turn to blood.
Oh. Okay. I mean, I'd say the easier the better. It's just a very, very odd vampire. I think they're like inbred vampires in a way. You know, they're just not perfect. Oh, you thought I was playing a human. No. No, it's correct. He was a human before all this. But, you know,
it's locked.
That changed.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion.
I can't
Not
see
the
it.
cleanest work, but I think it was successful.
It's not really detail they added.
Signs of internal bleeding.
No, it's okay. I don't mind.
So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Pretty alright with not having the lights. It's just a stream after all. Oh, okay, wow. He died a hell of a lot faster than I was expecting. And here we are.
Scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Anything else? No glowing boxes anyway. Okay. Fair enough. Nothing to pick up. intrusion between us die. Okay. Wrong direction. There we are.
I'm really sorry.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Gotcha. I am but a man.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Mortimer Goswick.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
A burden?
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir.
Oh man, I got a lot of XP saved up. Holy shit.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you
Wow.
check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
You always need a word to promise. That's for me.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not?
Fascinating.
In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
A gift from heaven.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Oh,
there again.
To upgrade this as well. And then upgrade this. No. Price a little late anyways. There we are. More help, survive longer. Next thing I'll do is get more stamina.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
So it seems our Dr. Swansea does indeed have a fascination for creatures of our constitution.
Dr. Swansea is a remarkable man. Dedicated, one might say, obstinate? He spent years compiling our bestiary.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Simpletons, these nurses.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, Sora, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here. You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
I don't see any reason why I should justify my actions to you.
That's true, Dr. Reed. The only judge has to be yourself. The question is, are you judging yourself hard enough?
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
This man is an asshole. A complete and utter asshole.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Pippa Hawkins. Hello, Pippa.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I met him in New York.
If only there were more of us, with less resignation and more determination.
I know I can count on you. I wish I could say the same.
Anywhere else
You look exhausted. You're pushing yourself too hard. You don't have to bear the burdens of this hospital alone.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yeah.
He was also...
Have you heard of...
I have...
Cocoon.
He was my...
What was that?
It was a...
Why not?
Are you...
Who was...
I don't...
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan.
Doctor...
Did he read?
All
I see.
You must...
Have you seen...
I've never...
Tell me...
If I had not...
You can't...
Look around you.
Perhaps you did it with the best intentions, nurse.
You mean you've never made a mistake?
I've decided that I won't reveal Dr. Tippett's. Shall we say...
I'm so glad you share my point of view. Dr. Tippett is a brilliant practitioner.
I hope you're right.
Dr. Tippett must regain his confidence.
Do you know if...
The people...
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
less than I did. Well, I think I'm gonna be done for this one. But I might pick up and play some God of War instead.